You know how we do things right here, always bringing you the hottest and the juiciest entertainment stories. This is Tea Time, and you're welcome to the program. I'm Tokumbo Taiwo, and here in the studio, as usual, the regular crew, Elsie Godwin and Ife Oshinkeye. Hello, people.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, ma. We are never. It's like Ife doesn't want to stop, so let's just carry on to it.
I have a question then.
Okay.
Why did you
Should
stop
you not
gassing us up?
I thought you guys didn't appreciate it, Elsie. I called
really?
you.
Wow.
I called you.
Wow. Okay. This is how relationships break.
Wait, but on my part, I think it's good. And this guy almost ruined my relationship.
Wow.
You know, when he introduced me as a lady slayer, you know? My lady was like, so that's what you've been doing, eh? You get me? So I think it's okay. Just
all right, let's just do a recount or a recap, or what should I even say? Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Lady Slayer Ife Oshinkeye and Super Duper Slayer
More
Elsie
trouble.
Godwin.
That's
all right. So moving on to today's stories, it's a fantastic lineup that we've got in store for you today. We've got headlines on Olamide, Eniola Badmus, Simi, Lori Loughlin, and Susan Peters. All that with all of the views and analysis right here, right now. And we're starting with Simi, who shares her experience with police brutality by saying drunk and armed policemen once pointed a gun at her. Okay. Elsie, do you want to go first?
Why?
Okay.
Why?
Let's go to Ife then, if he wants to go first.
Okay, so first of all, I don't know why we didn't talk about Rugged Man saying that all police officers...
We were supposed to discuss it, but unfortunately we didn't have time that day.
Should get the death sentence, and I think I second that, first of all. And Simi...
Sorry, before you go on to Simi, let me just quickly touch on Rugged Man. Because I was thinking about it, like, is it really going to be possible, you know, for us to say, let them lay down a law that if a policeman kills an innocent person, he too should also be killed. Yeah. And I thought about it like, okay, let's look at it objectively. When a person kills another person, it's called manslaughter, you know. So I think that's what the policeman should face,
not...
not...
can be called murder.
That's what I'm saying. When they've investigated it and they've decided, okay, this is murder, you know, you face the consequences. If they say this is manslaughter, you face the consequences. It's not just murder, it's manslaughter. If you kill someone...
manslaughter and murder?
Manslaughter is without intention, and then
without
murder,
intention.
yes, murder is you intentionally, cold-bloodedly, you know, kill someone.
Premeditated.
Premeditated, that's the word.
in this one.
In this one,
yes.
Okay. All right, guys, let's move. Before we don't have any more time to discuss Simi, let's move on to her story.
So Simi, first of all, why is she all up in the news these days? I just feel like she's up to something. There's an album about to drop or a video or something, because the way she's just all up in our faces these days is very surprising.
So. It is the bloggers that have directed their attention to her.
Simi.
Yeah,
I think like she's trying to get things off the Yahoo and 419 thing. That's what I think. So that that's where my mind is going.
Because at the end of the day, well, it's a good thing she's sharing her experience, because there was a time that we felt celebrities were the ones being targeted by the police force and the SARS officials. But right now, we find out that innocent people that don't even mean nothing. Sorry about that. Not that don't mean nothing,
yes,
but are less relevant in the society, are being called out, or justice is being called out for them, and they're being harassed as well. So at the end of the day, I like the fact that she shared this. And I'm also wondering, why is she all up in my face?
I mean, she's trying to let... What's the man's name? We never got to mention his name. The guy who wrote a long article on...
they just called him the Canadian fan.
Okay,
so the Canadian...
She's probably trying to let him know I have my own share of experience, but really...
You know, that was what crossed my mind.
This is... Well, I mean, let me just focus
like
on
I said, you know, yes.
I think this is what the average Nigerian feel towards a uniform man. Like... If I'm walking on the streets and see them, I'd rather cross to the other side and walk on my own, right? And that reminds me, the case of catcalling. Like, I experience it more with policemen. Like, I'm walking on the road, and they're like, hey, say,
well, Elsie, you know you're a slayer.
They're supposed to be law.
Cat slayer.
You know, so I experienced my own portion of catcalling in the hands of the policeman.
Well, catcalling is not a crime, is it? And it's not a crime.
The fact that it is
It's
not
harassment.
as
No, but
serious as SARS brutalizing people doesn't make it okay.
They don't take it further. It's just catcalling. It's when they take it further that you can say, yes, it's harassing. You know, and catcalling is predominant worldwide, actually. The hotter you are, the more you get it. The slayer you are.
Maybe you need to go and watch a documentary on catcalling.
Okay, maybe I need to.
Yeah.
No, but the thing is, when it's not appreciated, yes, I get where you're coming from. But I would have thought, you know, like
Is
when.
anybody appreciating catcalling? I don't understand.
Oh, come on, Elsie. It's just like.
That like it.
Exactly,
They
and
like
that
it.
milk it, and that if they don't even get it, they like go into depression.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
They feel that's what makes them important.
What kind of people do you
Makes
two
them
know?
noticeable.
Oops.
What?
What kind of
There
people
you
do you two know?
We know all kinds of people, so that's why we're saying
I
some
love
people.
being admired, yeah?
Yeah.
But not,
Exactly.
Hey, sister,
But you know
hey,
you get it when
what's
you go
that?
to the Yaba market, you know, okay.
I've not
okay,
been there
Elsie,
in a long time, though.
I know
Yeah,
she
of
was
course.
going to brag. Let's go on.
Okay, please, let's move on. Case closed.
You know that some women
Tell
who
me
don't
that a long time.
like catcalling, who when they go to places like that, they don't glam up or anything like that, and they don't get
It's not about
harassed.
being glammed up.
Okay,
Like,
all right.
even, I mean, most times when I'm not on
So
set,
Elsie,
I don't have my
if you
makeup
dress
on.
in, you know, a sackcloth, you're thinking you're
Why
going to
would I
get.
dress in a
No, I'm
sackcloth?
just saying, for example, because you're saying it's not all about how
Yeah,
you
that's what
look.
I'm saying. It's not about the makeup and the glam. It's just
yeah,
about
right.
the look.
Yeah,
I get
right.
more catcalling without
It's about the
makeup.
mindset of men,
Elsie.
So I'm
right?
just saying.
Okay, but what about the dress that you wear? It's not all about the makeup.
Now
Sometimes.
you're
Get back to Simi,
Yes,
please.
exactly,
Can
because
we
we've just gone.
get back to
Yes,
Simi?
let's get back to Simi before we like start.
Okay, like I was saying,
Yeah.
so many people go through the kind of feeling that Simi shared, and this is why we want to get to that point where we can really say police is our friend.
So, like I was saying earlier, that I have a feeling she's trying to get off the back of what happened before, and then like she's also using this as a response to the Canadian guy, you know, to show that yes, she's had her fair share of experience,
And
and then also hold on, let me just
This
land,
doesn't
let me
involve
just
the
land,
grind.
and then also I have a feeling that because of the negativity that she's had from the previous one, I have a feeling she's trying to draw empathy from people with this story.
True. That's
So
the
those are my 3 points. Those are my 3 views I've given it.
Yeah, I agree with the last one.
Thank you
I
very
agree with the
much.
second one.
All right, thank you very much. Let's go on a quick break. When we return, we've got an interesting headline that will make you go, seriously? Don't miss it. You're watching Plus TV Africa, and this is Tea Time.
I loved the energy when I came in here. It was so positive. I was like, I can't live here.
My real names are Akbofyokobo, Akborobomemere.
I think my father is a comedian because most times when he calls me, he's like, yo, make sure you use condom, you know, them girls out there.
So are you telling me I should have shot my shots?
Ife, you are my younger brother.
Age is nothing but a number. What? I'm a vampire.
I believe in equal rights for women, and I also believe that a man is the head of the house, so we need to draw our limits somewhere.
Feels so good. Now can I do my jam now?
Yeah, you can.
Welcome back, and we're moving on to our next story, which is on Susan Peters, who talks about how the industry frustrates actresses to bleach their skin. But when I look at Susan Peters, I'm like, she's not that dark, you know. From the times I've known her, she's really not that dark. Because one of the things that she said is like, some people like, once they see her, they'll be like, hi, you know, see how black you are, or something like that, according to her. I'm like, she's really not that dark. And then what do you say about people like, you know, Funke Akindele, people like Genevieve, who are not that light in complexion anyway, who still get major roles? But I understand where she's coming from, but we can't... I mean, there you go.
Feel like eating the bakari.
I don't know where you're going to.
I don't know where you're going to, seriously, because I'm very suspicious.
I don't understand.
I'm
just calling
Your
things
look is very suspicious, so just...
No, but even so,
just
I
get
can
there.
understand that, you know, okay, maybe there was a point in time where
People like Beverly
producers... Beverly Osu, yes. And then Beverly Naya. where producers would have said, okay, maybe they want more light-skinned, women, but I don't think they would have pressurized anyone to bleach their skin. If you felt compelled, to lighten your skin to get roles, is your own prerogative.
Yeah, that's true. But then I think I understand what she's saying.
Why
They're
would
not
you?
going to. Why would I?
Yes.
Okay, let me explain, right?
Okay.
They won't come out to tell you, go and bleach. It is from the remarks you get. Like she said, oh, when you black, or you're going for a role and they're like, we need a light-skinned person for this role. Or, let me take it away from actresses, even in entertainment generally.
Yeah.
Like he said, you think I won't understand, but I've spoken to a producer when I was working on a show, and all she said was, I mean, you're lucky you have the looks, you have the color for TV.
Yeah.
And then I asked her, so is there a color for TV? And she says, oh, if you're fair, people want you more on TV, right? So
Really?
it is something that
But what
is
I'm saying is
happening.
that said, you will still find a lot of dark-skinned women who are on TV and are
Oprah
actually
Winfrey.
successful. Yes. Chocolate color,
I'm not saying...
No, it's just that the lighter you
I'm
are...
telling you that I understand what she is saying.
you do?
I'm telling you that
Okay.
it is something that is in the industry.
Is it?
They make these remarks passively,
Yes.
right? But we are human beings. We take things in, and because you
And
want
you
to get to a
react.
particular point, imagine you go for an audition for a role, right?
Yeah.
And let's even take away the fact that every character has like a specific kind of person they want, if they really want to go by the characters that have been written, because most times they don't even go by age, and then you have a light-skinned person, you have a dark-skinned lady doing the same audition, right? Both of them are good. Sometimes at the end of the day, they end up taking the fair lady because they feel like the attraction is there for them.
I don't believe so. I believe it's the person that looks more beautiful, because at the end of the day, there are some dark-skinned women that look better
but then
than
there are
light-skinned.
dark-skinned roles too. Like you have to be dark-skinned
Exactly, you have to be
have the
dark-skinned.
role. And
Yes.
I understand what Ife is saying to you, is your self-confidence and how you've built up
You project
right?
yourself, yeah.
I mean, there have been jobs or roles that they've had to tell me, oh, I want a dark person there. Am I going to start tanning because I want to get the role,
Exactly,
right?
that's the thing.
So I think, I get what you're saying, I get what she's saying, but let's just all
And you get
build
what Ife
ourself-
is saying?
Yeah, let's just build our self-confidence. That's the most important part.
Okay, Ife?
I'm just going to conclude by saying Susan Peters has not bleached. She's a multiple award-winning actress. She's done a lot of good for herself. She's a
TV
serial
commercials.
entrepreneur. She's done TV commercials. And she did it all in her black skin.
Please, let's not say
So-
black. She's not black as
Dark
far as I'm...
skin.
Thank you.
Whatever skin, and she's comfortable with it. She carried it. We love her for who she is.
But she's the one coming out to say this. though.
Whoever that is compelled that because I am too black and that's
won't
the
get
reason
roles.
why I'm not getting roles, you're only making excuses for your
for-
failure.
Oops.
Wow.
Oops. Ife has...
Simple.
Ife has touched
still-
a nerve.
I'm actually at that point where I get what everybody's saying, because I've seen it all happen. You don't have the same level of self-confidence, and sometimes we help each other to build it up. So
Yeah,
the
but the
fact
thing
that
is, they
someone
say
has
beauty is skin deep. It should not be based on your color. That you should have your own esteem.
And besides, this is
understand.
Nollywood, a black industry. Do you understand?
I'm like,
where
hello.
light skin shouldn't even matter. So
now
why-
that's another problem. Why would you say light skin shouldn't matter?
No, I'm
No,
not.
but if
all lives
where else,
matter, all
where
skin
else,
matters.
no, in fact,
But
where else is coming from?
I do
no,
understand where she's
You know, it's for the
coming from.
glamorization.
I'm just saying that,
Yeah.
look, this is the point where we get to stand for what we believe in. If we let them keep compelling and keep pushing us down, because we even see men these days that are bleaching. Do you understand? It's not only in the female gender now.
Yeah.
We see men that are out there.
Yeah, but
and
the
they're
thing is,
actually bleaching
no,
their
but
skin.
if the
Are you
bleaching
talking
is not
about
as a
men,
result
men or
of
female men?
Wait
Men,
now,
men.
wait now.
Okay.
What I'm
Proper
saying
men.
is that, but the bleaching is not as a result of them wanting to get roles. They just want to look cool and
No, the
you know.
men that also faced with this challenge that Susan Peters is
Oh,
talking
you know
about.
that happens?
Yes,
So
I
why
do
acting like
know.
you're not
No,
people in this world that you don't get what I'm saying or what I'm trying to
What
say.
I've been saying
The story has
is
tipped.
your confidence that really matters.
No, we've said that.
Yes,
From
we have
saying-
established that, which is
why
true,
I'm
which is
saying-
why I am saying, which is why I listed all of the things that Susan has accomplished
Yes.
with a dark skin,
Yes.
and which is why I'm saying that if you are saying your skin color is the reason why you're not getting roles, you are just making excuses for your failure. If you say because I am
that's
too
what I'm saying,
light,
because you
that is why I
understand,
am
you
not
shouldn't
getting
put it
roles
that
because they
way.
want black people.
No, but do you agree and
Elsie?
understand that there
I
are
do.
scripts and there are roles that are meant for a particular type of
Yes,
person?
exactly.
You're either fat and want a fat person,
Yeah.
or you're light skin, want a light skin person, you're dark.
Yes.
The character is the character. There's nothing you
Yes,
can do about it.
true.
So those that are affected with this type of thing should need to understand that
No, but
they probably do not just fit the role.
That's a different thing entirely. If you are saying you don't fit the role because you are black, but if you are saying the industry is
Pressurizing
forcing me
exactly
to go
to light-
bleach my
yeah.
skin, it is
That's a big
that the
allegation.
And I'm
industry
telling you, it
doesn't want
happens.
dark-skinned people. All they want is the light-skinned people. That's
it's
the
not
allegation
fair.
you're making.
Yes, and it's not
so
fair.
it's not fair.
And
So
this
if
is
you're
coming
saying
from
it is
someone that
according
is deep
to
in the
a
industry.
role,
Thank God it's not me saying
Yeah,
this.
but
So
I
I'm
have a
telling you
feeling
guys
that this
I
is when she
understand
first
what
started, even before she got all her
understand where
accolades. I
everybody
think this
is
would have
coming
been when
from.
she first started, you know, that maybe that's what they were saying, and then maybe she realized she didn't have to, and then she continued with whatever she had to do. Because I know if she was pressurized at that time,
Okay.
she may have lightened her skin more than it is now.
No, she probably won't. I mean, you don't need to go
No, I'm
by
saying
the
if
books to
she
do
was
anything.
pressurized, if she felt pressurized.
She felt it. For her to talk about it now, she
No,
felt
I
it.
don't think
The
so.
fact
If
that
she
she
felt
didn't go
pressurized,
ahead to do it doesn't mean that the pressure wasn't there. She was able to overcome it. She was able to love her skin the way it is and maintain her lane, right? And now she's where she is. So this should be a source of inspiration to so many ladies out there.
That
You
they
don't have
shouldn't
to fit
lighten.
some kind of stereotype because you want to get to a certain
Just be
point.
yourself.
Just be yourself, and there will always be a space for you. That's the
But
most
I get what
important
Tokumbo
part.
is saying. She's not that dark.
She's not that dark. I've like even gone past like to really check every picture I've
follow
looked.
Have you
Caramel.
seen her?
Yeah,
have you seen her in
caramel
person?
sorry?
Have you seen her in person?
In person? No, I haven't met her in person.
Okay,
And I think
that's
she
where I'll
will.
rest my case.
No, but she's not that dark. Come on, Elsie.
I'm sure Elsie knows all the editing apps. So
Just argue.
This is a professional picture
let us just
with
continue.
lights and great camera. Don't let me use the words.
No, what I'm
supposed to
saying
use
is,
here.
Elsie, at the end of the day, she's not as dark as this fabric. What I'm saying is that
Who is
we
as
may
dark
say,
as this
that's what I'm
fabric?
saying now. That's what the. Hello,
Let's
yes.
not do this. Ghanaians will always come after you.
Ghanaians are going to come for us right now.
What I'm saying is that
Sorry, my black
even at the worst, I would say, okay, maybe she's like chocolate color. You know, we wouldn't say that dark.
Oh God, dark is dark. You self trying to
Okay.
explain this dark is the problem.
Okay.
If are you not dark?
Let's define.
I'm dark. But I go to some places and they say, boss, yellow. They say yellow.
They've
And I'm
taken
like,
some elements. I know the kind of
science
places you go.
student. Please keep quiet. So
Oh
kind of
my
places.
days, you guys
How
are
would
really
you know the kind of
cracking me
places
up.
I go when we go together?
You know, so I know how they see you.
All right, guys, I think it's high time we went on a break. When
Okay.
we come back, we'll have time for just a couple more stories. Keep it where you've got it, right here on Plus TV Africa. You're watching Plus TV Africa, and this is Tea Time.
I loved the energy when I came in here. It was so positive. I was like, I can't live here.
My real names are Akbofyokobo, Akborobomemere.
I think my father is a comedian because most times when he calls me, he's like, yo, make sure you use condom. You know, them girls out there.
So are you telling me I should have shot my shots?
Ife, you are my younger brother. Age is nothing but a number. What? I'm a vampire.
I believe in equal rights for women, and I also believe that a man is the head of the house. So we need to draw our limits somewhere.
Feels so good. Now can I do my jam now?
Yeah, you can.
Welcome back. Our next story is on actress Lori Loughlin, who pleads not guilty in college admissions scandal. Okay, so one of the things that I picked up on this story is I think she wants to be separate from the other cases, because one of the things that she was saying is that she doesn't want to be grouped together with all of those people that they didn't do the thing collectively, and that, you know, at the time they did theirs, you know, it was just one-on-one, or the person that dealt with them, it was just one-on-one, you know, so nothing of the sort that, you know. So she's pleading not guilty, basically.
No, that's not what you're saying now. You're saying she did it, but not together with them.
Exactly. Does that not implicate?
No,
does that
I don't
not
think
implicate?
that was what she's saying. I think I don't know if I got it right though, but she was talking about the fact that theirs was different, and they're accusing them of sending money to is it an NGO or something?
Yeah, but that one is on record already. The singer is the guy that was, you know, handling it. The mastermind. That's what I'm saying. So what they're saying is that they did not know that singer was like involving a lot of other people, and the way they brought the accusation is like all of them collectively connived to do this.
From a legal
perspective,
of view, she paid way more than these other people. She paid $500,000.
Yes, for the two.
That is $500,000. You know, there's an extra charge being added to it, which is money laundering. Because, come on, people would look into why are you paying $500,000 when the other lady paid just $15,000? Yes, it's for 2 kids, but if she paid, then that should be $30,000. Now, secondly, the fact that she's pleading not guilty, if an indictment is brought to you before the court of law, it's only right, even if you are bargaining with the police or with the lawyers, it's only right you plead not guilty. Especially when a jail time is involved, because it's going to affect her career, because they face...
It's already affecting her career, because she has lost so many deals as a result.
Yeah,
even the daughter has actually
lost.
Yeah. Okay, carry on.
Even the plea bargaining means they will go to jail for 2 to 4 years, which the others have pleaded guilty to.
Yes, but the thing is, you'd realize, like what Elsie was saying the last time we talked about this, is the fact that, like Felicity Hoffman, she has pleaded guilty, and she pleaded guilty so that she can get a lesser sentence.
Yeah,
so this woman is going to... That's what I'm saying. So if this lady doesn't plead guilty now, she's still going to get worse. So I don't understand
how it's already getting worse, but
she
understands this. I'm sure she has a legal team, and they know exactly what they're doing.
I'm like, either way, she's going to... Yes, either way, she's still going to go to jail.
She's still going to go to jail, but it's better you plead not guilty.
Plead not guilty and be found guilty. I doubt very much if it's going to work that way. Because she didn't plead.
They don't want to go with the plea bargain. And it's not just...
No, she would go. That would be stupid not to go with the plea bargaining.
She doesn't want to.
That's why she's saying she's pleading guilty.
That's why she's pleading not guilty.
Because I read an article that
there were 15. Yes, they have already agreed.
15 that are not agreeing.
Yes.
So
and then they said once the 15, and then don't forget the first 15 people, once they agreed and the other 15 people refused to plead not guilty, the following day was when they slapped them with the
I read the review on this, and the person who wrote the review said that she knows exactly what she's doing. Our lawyers were aware of the fact that they would act extra charges. Secondly, they also pointed out the fact that she wasn't remorseful. You know, the first day she came to court, she came in a customized SUV, she came down with her husband, she was signing autographs, she was smiling for the cameras, taking pictures with fans, people were screaming her name, we love you, and things like that. So they're saying that, look, the court of law is different. These judges want to see remorse. She hasn't done any of that. So, which is the reason why they're saying that, okay, she knows what she's doing. She knows that she has crossed the line. And she's saying not guilty and still go on with negotiations with the law to still get... So, at the end of the day, she would still go for the plea bargaining. But this is just to put up a front that I'm not guilty to save her career.
Yeah, right. What career when it's gone down the drain already?
Let's see how it goes. Trust me.
I think this is a bad step. I'm not a lawyer, but I think it's a bad step. And I think it would draw her into further, deep further into the hole.
It's a bad step, but it would save her from looking like, I'm just admitting I did it, and yes, I was
just
not
admit
remorseful.
it's too far gone now.
She's trying to
I
understand. She's trying to
strike a balance.
Yes. Do you understand? Like she's trying to make it look like, okay, I wasn't remorseful, but right now I'm still not guilty. That's the reason why I wasn't remorseful. Then when extra charges are being brought, you'll be like, okay, I'm ready to take your deal, and then she succumbs.
Okay, all right, Elsie. Final thoughts before we wrap up.
I'm done with this.
You're
Let's
done.
just watch it.
and see how it turns up, or see how it turns out. All right, then. That's what we're going to wrap up on Tea Time this morning. Join us this afternoon for a brand new episode of the program. Until then, a big thank you to my co-anchors, Elsie Godwin, Ife Oshunkeye, and the production team as well. Not forgetting our group of stylists, Kudis Empire and Liz Harrison. I'm Jakumbo Tai. We're saying thanks for watching and have yourself a good morning.